Hey
Hi guys!
guys! Okay, so this video is also coming out a little late, sorry, but it's okay.
But we're not.
So, so this is the story of Christ's birth and what happened at that time in the New World, in America. Here we go. And it came to pass in the commencement of the 92nd year, behold, the prophecies of the prophets began to be fulfilled more fully. For there began to be greater signs and greater miracles wrought among the people. But there were some who began to say that the time was past for the word to be fulfilled, which were spoken by Samuel the Lamanite.
Can I pause for a second? I feel like there needs to be a little backstory given to what's happening. So Samuel the Lamanite has prophesied of the coming of Jesus Christ. And he's given all these signs, and he said in 5 years that these signs would come to pass. And so when it's talking about that people were saying the time had passed, they were saying the 5 years had already gone by and the signs hadn't come. So, sorry, just to put that out there.
Yeah, so continuing on. And they began to rejoice over their brethren, saying, Behold, the time is past, and the words of Samuel are not fulfilled. Therefore your joy and your faith concerning this thing hath been in vain.
And it came to pass that they did make a great uproar throughout the land, and the people who believed began to be very sorrowful, lest by any means those things which had been spoken might not come to pass. But behold, they did watch steadfastly for that day, and that night, and that day which should be as one day, as if there was no night, that they might know that their faith had not been in vain. Now it came to pass that there was a day set apart by the unbelievers, that all those who believed in those traditions should be put to death, except the sign should come to pass, which had been given by Samuel the prophet.
Now it came to pass when Nephi, the son of Nephi, saw this wickedness of his people, his heart was exceedingly sorrowful. And it came to pass he went out, and bowed himself down upon the earth, and cried mightily unto his God, in behalf of his people, yea, those who were about to be destroyed because of their faith in the tradition of their fathers. And it came to pass that he cried mightily unto the Lord all that day. And behold, the voice of the Lord came unto him, saying,
Lift up your head, and be of good cheer, for behold, the time is at hand, and on this night shall the sign be given. And on the morrow come I into the world, to show unto the world that I will fulfill all that which I have caused to be spoken by the mouth of my holy prophets. Behold, I come unto my own, to fulfill all things which I have made known unto the children of men from the foundation of the world, and to do the will both of the Father and of the Son, of the Father because of me, and of the Son because of my flesh. And behold, the time is at hand, and this night shall be the sign, and this night shall the sign be given. And it came to pass that the words which came unto Nephi were fulfilled, according as they had been spoken. For behold, at the going down of the sun there was no darkness. And the people began to be astonished, because there was no darkness when the night came.
And there were many who would not believe the words of the prophets, who fell to the earth, and became as if they were dead. For they knew that the great plan of destruction which they had laid for those who believed in the words of the prophets had been frustrated, for the sign which had been given was already at hand. And they began to know that the Son of God must shortly appear, yea, and find all the people upon the face of the whole earth, from the west to the east, both of the land north and in the land south, were so exceedingly astonished that they fell to the earth. For they knew that the prophets had testified of these things for many years, and that the sign which had been given was already at hand, and they began to fear because of their iniquities and their unbelief.
And it came to pass that there was no darkness in all that night, but it was as light as though it was midday. And it came to pass that the sun did rise in the morning again, according to its proper order. And they knew that it was a sign that the Lord should be born, because of the sign which had been given. And it had come to pass, yea, all things, every whit, according to the words of the prophets. And it came to pass also that a new star did appear according to the word. Thank you guys. We hope you've enjoyed this Vlogmas. But remember to keep Christ in your hearts always, not just during Christmas.
Especially through the new year.
Yeah. New Year's is all about making goals. People are like, oh, it's a new year, I can start over. Start over with Him, though. That's our invitation to you, is to go to Him, because He is what can make everything new for you, everything clean. So Thank you. We love you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.